Have you ever wondered if we could record our lives, our experiences, our very existence? Picture a reality where every fleeting moment, every ephemeral thought, every raw emotion could be captured, stored, and relived at will. This is the concept known as recording. It may remind you of the 2004 film The Final Cut starring Robin Williams, where a similar concept of recording life experiences was explored. Now this isn't about the occasional home movie or that quick snap of your lunch for the gram. No, we're talking about a comprehensive, immersive, and most importantly, personal recording of your life. Imagine being able to travel back in time to your first day of school, your first crush, your first everything, and experiencing it all over again. And it's not just about reliving the past. Think about the potential for learning, for self-improvement. With recording, you can analyze your past actions, understand your reactions, and gain profound insights into your own behavior and personality. It's like having the self-help tool at your disposal. But let's take it a step further. What if we could share these recordings? What if you could literally walk a mile in someone else's shoes, see the world through their eyes, feel what they feel? The potential for empathy, for truly understanding each other, is staggering. Yet, as with any groundbreaking technology, and as the movie The Final Cut portrayed, recording is not without its challenges and implications. It poses questions that make even the most seasoned philosophers scratch their heads. What would it mean for our privacy? Would it change our perception of reality? And most importantly, are we ready for it? But don't worry, we're not here to leave you with more questions than answers. Over the next 15 minutes, we'll delve into these issues, explore the concept of recording from various angles, and try to paint a picture of what a world with this technology could look like. So, fasten your seatbelts and prepare for a journey into the future. A future where recording our lives is as normal as breathing. A future where every moment is forever etched in the annals of our personal histories. Let us dive into a world where this isn't just an idea, but a reality. Much like the world painted in The Final Cut. Imagine a world where we can record not just our actions, but our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Welcome to the concept of recording. This revolutionary idea takes us beyond the realm of physical documentation into a sphere where the intangible becomes tangible. Recording is an envisioned technology that allows us to capture our innermost thoughts, our deepest feelings, and our most profound experiences. It's like a diary, but one that doesn't just rely on words. Instead, it records the essence of our being, the very fabric of our consciousness. Think about how we currently record our lives. We use cameras to capture moments, pens to jot down thoughts, and social media to share experiences. But all these methods only scratch the surface of our rich internal lives, our emotions, our dreams, our fears. Recording promises to bridge this gap, offering a way to capture our mental and emotional states in their full complexity. But how does recording work? The specifics are still a matter of science fiction, but the concept hinges on advanced neuroscience and technology. Imagine a device that can map and interpret the electrical signals in our brain, translating them into a format that can be understood and experienced by others. It's akin to reading minds, but with an added layer of recording and playback. The potential benefits of recording are immense. It could revolutionize fields like psychology, education, and entertainment. Imagine being able to truly understand what someone else is feeling, to experience a historical event firsthand, or to learn a new skill directly from an expert's mind. However, like any powerful tool, recording also has its potential drawbacks. Questions about privacy, consent, and the potential misuse of such intimate information are just the tip of the iceberg. It's a technology that could bring us closer together or drive us further apart, depending on how it's used. But how would this technology affect our daily lives? That's a question we'll dive into in the next segment. Stay tuned as we explore the implications, the ethical considerations, and the future of recording. Imagine having a virtual time machine at your disposal, thanks to recording. This technology could potentially allow us to revisit past experiences, emotions, and thoughts as if we were traveling back in time. Picture yourself revisiting your childhood, your first love, your most precious memories. You're not just reminiscing, you're reliving those moments, feeling the same emotions, thinking the same thoughts. It's a time machine, but not in the physical sense. It's a journey through the corridors of your mind, a deep dive into your personal history. But like any time machine, this one comes with its own set of benefits and drawbacks. On one hand, it could offer therapeutic value, allowing us to revisit and process past traumas, to heal old wounds. It could also serve as a tool for personal growth, helping us understand our past choices and their impact on our present selves. On the other hand, it could potentially lead to an obsession with the past, trapping us in a cycle of reliving old experiences instead of creating new ones. Moreover, this virtual time machine could fundamentally alter our perception of time and reality. In a world where the past can be revisited as easily as the present, what happens to our sense of linear time? Would we start to perceive time as a vast landscape, one that we can navigate at will? And what about reality? If we can relive our experiences with the same intensity as the first time, what distinguishes a memory from a current experience? The virtual time machine is just one of the many possibilities of recording. It's a concept that opens up a world of potential, but also raises a host of questions. It's a thrilling prospect, but one that requires careful thought and consideration. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the implications of recording for our daily lives. Envision this: every encounter, every notion, every sensation documented and available at all times. Welcome to the reality of recording in Scene 4. Picture waking up at dawn and replaying those phenomenal dreams you had the previous night, the ones that would typically fade away. Or think of re-experiencing that initial date, the jittery feelings, the expectancy, the thrill, all as intense as the first instance. Reflect on the potential for learning and pedagogy. Students could replay their lessons, assimilating information at their individual pace, boosting comprehension and retention. Educators could revisit their seminars, refining their art, perfecting their presentation. The prospects are boundless. In the professional world, recording could transform productivity, conferences could be revisited, assuring no detail is missed. Training could be upgraded, with workers reliving experiences to solidify abilities and expertise. But let's not overlook the personal. The capacity to re-experience cherished moments with dear ones, to stroll down the path of remembrance, encountering happiness and grief with the lucidity of the present moment. It could transform the way we perceive chronology, the way we value experiences, and ultimately the way we lead our lives. Nevertheless, it's not all brightness and blooms. Recording could also intensify our worries, our remorse. Replaying awkward moments, dwelling on past errors, could impact our mental well-being. It could potentially obscure the distinction between the past and the present, between what's factual and what's just a reminiscence. Plus, there's the concern of privacy. In a world where every experience can be documented and revisited, what happens to our private instances, our secrets? Would they continue to exist, or would they convert into public property, susceptible to scrutiny and judgment? The implications are extensive, from personal relationships to work, pedagogy, and beyond. But as with any technological progression, there is a balance to be discovered between benefit and harm, between advancement and conservation. As we stand on the verge of this new reality in Scene 4, we must question ourselves: not just can we, but should we? The implications are extensive, but what about the ethical aspects? Great power necessitates great responsibility, and recording is not exempt. As we further into the domain of recording, we must address the pressing issue at hand: ethics. The capability to archive and access such an extensive range of personal experiences certainly provokes thought. It's not simply about what we are capable of doing, but rather what we ought to do. To begin with, we need to consider privacy. In a reality where every thought, every instant can be documented, what happens to our private lives? Visualize a world where your every move, every feeling, even your most private thoughts are subject to public scrutiny. The boundaries between public and private life become vague, leading us down a precarious path. This brings us to the likelihood of misuse. With each groundbreaking invention, there's always the danger of it being exploited by ill-intentioned individuals. The abuse of recording could range from harmless voyeurism to more malevolent forms of manipulation and control. Imagine having your experiences seized, modified, and used to harm you. It's akin to identity theft, but on a significantly more personal scale. Next, there's the matter of access. Who has the authority to record, and who is permitted to view these recordings? Will this advancement be accessible to all or only to a privileged few? If it's the latter, who gets to make that choice, and on what grounds? As we progress, these are the questions we must wrestle with. Nevertheless, we must remember that every novel technology brings its own set of trials. The development of the printing press, the telephone, the internet, they all faced opposition. Yet they also revealed a plethora of opportunities that vastly outbalance the potential downsides. So where does this us with we recording? It's an instrument, and like any instrument, it can be wielded for good or evil. It's our responsibility as a society to steer through these ethical complexities and ensure this technology is used in a manner that honors our basic human rights. Ethics is a huge aspect, but what about the future? Scene number 5. Welcome to Scene 6. Here we explore the infinite vistas of the future, especially those related to we recording. Visualize a universe where time is not a rigid notion, but instead a flexible entity that can be manipulated to record not only the present, but also the past and what is yet to come. As technology continues to gallop at a dizzying pace, the possibility of we recording, morphing into a tool for capturing memories and potentially predicting yet to occur events does not seem far-fetched. Envision the marvel of recording and replaying your dreams, subconscious thoughts, or even your future self. This groundbreaking technology has the potential to revolutionize myriad fields. For example, in psychology, it could offer unmatched insights into the labyrinth of the human mind, enabling us to gain a deeper understanding of mental health and develop more efficacious treatments. In the realm of entertainment, it could give birth to unprecedented genres of movies and video games that are propelled by the personal experiences of each viewer. But the evolution of we recording is not limited to technological advancements and applications. It also has the potential to bring about seismic societal shifts. It could blur the demarcation between reality and virtual reality, between individual and communal experiences. It could profoundly alter our understanding of privacy as every thought, emotion, and moment becomes recordable and shareable. However, in this brave new world, there is a dark side, the potential for abuse. Just as we recording can be a medium to disseminate love and joy, it could be weaponized to propagate hate and fear. It could exploited to manipulate individuals, control societies, or even rewrite history. Hence, as we step boldly into this thrilling future, it's paramount to have stringent ethical guidelines in place. Like all technologies, we recording is a tool, and its societal impact will largely hinge on how we opt to wield it. Ultimately, the future of we recording hinges not only on technological progression but also on societal evolution. It's about finding the equilibrium between innovation and ethics, individuality and collectivity, freedom and responsibility. The future indeed holds great promise, but what about the sci-fi facet of we recording? Scene 7. Science fiction often predicts the future, and we recording is a popular theme. This genre has always been a playground for imagination, stretching the boundaries of what's possible and exploring the implications of technological advancement. We recording has been a recurring motif, envisaging a future where every moment, every sensation, and every thought can be captured, stored, and relived. In this scene, we recording is often painted in grand strokes. It's a technology that allows us to record not just what we see and hear, but what we feel, what we think, even our very consciousness. Some stories present it as a tool for immortality, a way to capture a person's essence and let it live on long after their physical form has passed. Others depict it as a tool for empathy, allowing us to truly understand each other by experiencing life from another person's perspective. Yet, these depictions also grapple with the darker implications. What happens when our most private thoughts are no longer private? What happens when our memories, our experiences, become commodities, something to be bought and sold? These stories force us to confront these questions, to grapple with the ethical dilemmas that such a technology might bring. However, as often as science fiction predicts the future, it also reflects the present. These stories are not just about we recording, but about our current relationship with technology, our fears and hopes, our ethical dilemmas. They are a mirror, showing us not just what we could become, but who we are now. The reality of we recording may not be as dramatic as science fiction depicts. The technology is still in its infancy, and we are far from being able to record our every thought and feeling. Yet the questions these stories raise are still relevant. They force us to think about how we want to use this technology, what kind of future we want to create. Science fiction gives us a glimpse of what might be, but it's up to us to shape that future in Scene 7. Today, in Scene 8, we've delved into a multitude of subjects, starting from the concept of we-recording, proceeding to its implications and prospective future. We've submerged ourselves into the fascinating notion of recording our experiences from multiple angles, pondering the potential transformation it could bring in our perception of life and reality. We also debated on how this exciting concept additionally ushers in certain ethical dilemmas. The potential for misuse runs parallel with the potential for progress. Venturing into the future, we explored how we-recording might alter our lifestyle, professional environment, and interactions. We've provided a titillating sneak peek into a world where personal experiences are not just limited to the individual. Wrapping up, we navigated through the concept of we-recording in the domain of science fiction, a genre where it has been a key component of imaginative storytelling for many years. As our exploration and comprehension of we-recording progresses, we should always acknowledge the power of this technology and the responsibility it entails. Until our next scene, stay curious and keep exploring.